What's up, Aaron? What's up, Thomas? All right, I think we're gonna try to. I don't have the right Forstner for it, but we're gonna try to make another mammoth brush. I only have, according to my calculations, I have a 1 3/8. This has to be a 36 millimeter. I have a 1 3/8. Which I think is going to be like a 35 millimeter. So I just ordered a 36 millimeter Forstner. So, but that'll be here tomorrow. So maybe I'll just wait. Maybe I'll just wait on it, and then we're probably going to turn this one. What's up, Rabbit? What's up, Paul? We're probably going to turn that one. See if I can get a little bit more lighting in. Like I said, that one. And then we're probably going to might do Goku V2. Actually, Aaron's in here. So, Aaron, you might have a better idea on shape for Goku. Like I said, I could do the other mammoth one. I'm probably gonna do a live tomorrow unless I have to help out my wife with something. And then I'm trying to think. So I could turn it today and then just re-expand the coin socket tomorrow. Oh, actually, I do. I think I'm gonna. Whatever. We'll just get into it. So this one's gonna be my signature shape. That we're gonna do right now. Thomas, this one might be like it. I mean, it won't be the same effects, but this one might have similar like colorway to it. This one's got like a teal kind of color shift to it, and then almost like a green ocean kind of marbling to it. So that one might be it. That one we're gonna do my signature shape in because I haven't done one of those in a while. And then Aaron, if you have an idea for what you'd like to see with this Goku one, we'll go ahead and do that one too. But let's go ahead and get to it. What's up, Juan? All right, yeah, we'll start off with this one. Ronin pore shape for the Goku. If you're talking about, I don't know where the Ronin pore went to. I think you're talking about my signature shape though, which is what I was gonna do. Like this shape. That's the shape we're about to make right now. Awesome. Glad to hear, Nick. All right. Go ahead and get the glasses on and vacuum going. Oh, you're talking about like this. Because I did a Ronin pour in that one. Is that the one you're talking about, Aaron? What's up, Cedric? Okay. You want, for the Goku V2, you want it that shape? Literally shooting straight up one of my goggles. This one's going to be pretty wild too. badger knots, I'm hoping to have a little bit more backbone. So hopefully then I can start to reduce like the socket depth that I have to use, because it throws off like the symmetry of the brush with being able to like narrow in on like the code, like for the finger cup, and particularly with like my signature shape like this, kind of looks a little funky. Because to get the finger cupping to where it's like an ergonomic depth, I guess if you want to call it, or like the width, you can start to go a little too narrow, and then you start to see the socket mark from the Forstner bit. What's up, Mike? No, nobody has claimed this one yet. Actual signature shape, I like it to be tighter and higher up, but since the depth, in case somebody wanted a badger with this, has to be so deep, because my badger has, it's awesome, but it really could use some more backbone. Fibers are just so soft, I have to mount it like really deep. It's going to be pretty cool though. What's up, Mike? also, just quick FYI, in case anybody does want to claim this, not to dissuade, but I am at probably about a week lead time on finishing brushes and getting them shipped out. I'm a little caught up behind orders. Just a couple things going wrong on orders that I have to then dedicate a little bit more time to correct. And also just, unfortunately, this is not a full-time job, so I can't get stuff cranked out as quickly as I would like to. So trying to figure fill the coin hole before we get too narrow back there. Aaron, I think I just briefly saw the preview of your message. I did get a call and it was not a good one, unfortunately. No, Mike, this is not a 40 millimeter. This is just a standard. The one that I'm going to do after this is going to be for a 36. Going too deep on this one. A little adventurous because I'm trying to get better with my coin holes. Try that out. So I don't have a 36 millimeter Forstner though, so I'm gonna have to try to remember that, or I'll just re-pour one. Yeah, a little bummed about it, Aaron. Not gonna lie. But keep on plugging. Trying to keep abominable creations alive as long as I can. Pressure there. It'll chip out. What's up, Nordics? What up, Rajika? Tool rest just slipped a little bit. Sanding. It's gonna have some really cool, like, shimmering blues in it, mixed with some green. This one might actually be more of a turquoise ocean dot than Eric's. What's up, Wilbert? Just Julie? Jorge? How we doing? do have a couple really cool, I think they'll be cool, blanks to pull out of the pot. Of course, still on. I'll go ahead and show those off. So I got another half an hour in the pot. And then I can throw those in the oven. What's up, Ace? Antonio Machado? How y'all doing? Alright, let's get that, let's get that, mandrel hole drilled. Alright, let's show this one off. See, that one's definitely got like some of those teal. It's actually got that kind of tealescent shimmer that I have another brush that's available. So I'm curious how I'm accomplishing that. I don't know if that comes off on camera. That kind of tealescent shimmer. There you go, you can kind of see that. Yeah, Juan, I actually, it's kind of funny, this one's almost like a Caribbean water versus like the other one. But you can see there's almost like, they're not super translucent, but they're almost like little pockets of like translucence. I put a little bit more, I went for a little bit more opacity, but I don't know how that one white dot just got, like that one little white bit just got turned there, but that's kind of cool. Very unique. You want that one, Thomas? If you confirm, I'll get it sanded right now, and that'll speed up some of the process. It's killer. I mean, there's a lot of guys in here that have bought handles from me now, and I mean, I sound like a broken record and a terrible self-promoter, but you can't see like the pearlescence and the justice. The camera doesn't do it justice. Yeah, Thomas, if you want to claim it, just well, claim it right now so that it's taken, and then make it official, and then just shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and get it wet sanded right now. As long as I have a mandrel. Yeah. And then that's kind of why I'm getting a little bit of a log jam with the claims and the lives, because I just kind of set them aside and don't sand them. So but if I can get it sanded, that at least gets it one step closer to being done. So if you want to claim it, I'll go ahead and get it wet sanded real quick right now. Still kind of figuring best practices out as I go, unfortunately. Awesome. Sounds good, Thomas. But yeah, just shoot me a DM. Instagram is the easiest. And then, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get it wet sanded real quick right now. And that way it's at least one step closer. Trying to also leave a little bit of a... I try to get brushes out as quick as possible, but also... the heat has been way more detrimental for my coins than I ever thought possible. It basically can create like a little air pocket. So even if it's fully cured, which has been just a situation I've been trying to overcome and figure out. And so I like to try to make sure that I have that squared away and accounted for as well in the lead time to getting the brush finished too. So just to make sure there's no issues with the coin or anything like that. Believe me, everybody in here can attest that I am coming from the consumer side, so I know how excited you can get when you have a new bit of shaving gear that you just purchased and you just want to get it used. So I often, might not be good or it might not be bad, I often will actually prioritize shipping out the brush. And then about 2 days later, I'm like, oh crap, I'm so sorry. My ADHD kicked in and I shipped it out. I forgot to actually get you your tracking number. So surprise, it's 2 days ahead of time. But unfortunately, with the actual like finishing lead time, there's nothing I can do about that though, aside from just trying to get them all done. All right, let's get this one sanded real quick. And then we'll move on to Goku V1. Mike, I mean, realistically, any blank will make a good jar style. You already have a void port. Well, yours isn't, I mean, yours is a void port, but it's not super void where there's like a ton of depth void in it. So I do have a pretty cool void port over there that I thought might make a good jar style handle. Let me go, once I finish this, let me go rifle through some blanks. I know Mike just got a jar style in. Trying to think of who else is in here that might. Anybody else that has a jar style from me in, go ahead and put what your thoughts have been on it. I know Mike has been enjoying his. puree. I don't know about that, man. I'm just trying to keep it alive and keep learning and growing. Oh, that's right. Aaron got one too. That's right. Yeah, Aaron's is really cool. It's like a Mizzou themed one. I do have I mean, I think I might have shown it to you, Mike. I do have one that's ready to go. It's kind of like a darker patina pour, but well, it's more like a steel gray, black, and copper. I'll show you here in a second. I'm kind of shocked that it's still around. I haven't officially posted it, but a little dusty, but actually that's borderline Mizzou as well, Aaron. Probably a little too much copper, not enough gold, but that one is available and ready to go, Mike. That's actually one of my fatter jar styles. But like I said, that'll need to get shined up before it goes out, but that is like glass on that finish. So that jar style is available, Mike, or anybody else, like ready to go out. Well, it just needs a coin, which I'm pretty sure I have them casted in the house. Yeah, Nick, I gotta get. I still gotta get the colors for it. Nick, do you want? So like the two that you got, the one is, well, they're all made with like the kind of standard mica powder, so they kind of have a shimmer to them. Would you want that, or would you want like a straight flat white or robin's egg flat, or do you want like shimmery? Yeah, so the patina one's right here, Mike. And I brought one of the coins out for it to the garage. Well, one from the tester batch, just to make sure it didn't blow up. So this is Mike's patina brush that he's unfortunately been waiting like a week and a half on for me, because I had the coin all set to go, and then all of a sudden the heat destroyed the coin. So that's your patina brush. That's the jar. So, I mean, they're similar, but also like fairly different, I guess. Trying to see if you can get the right angle. Like this one's got like my gunmetal blue that's like that's in the patina pour. This does not really have, this has more of like just a straight steel is the lightest color in this one. And then this is like a copper, gold, black. And then like I said, there's some steel gray in there as well. So, I mean, they're similar, but also like different. This one's got almost like more of a pearlescent metallic sheen to it. Yeah, it's not only just that it's the resin that it complicates. Because I mean, I've only been doing this for like 4 months, so like this is still very much like me learning. And of course, I started in the winter when it's like 70 degrees and perfect, basically ideal shop conditions at all times. So my coins are actually, I put images on a 3D printed carrier, and then I pour resin on top of them. So not only the humidity can cause, if you don't get the ratio correct, the humidity causes fits with the clarity of the resin. So, like, I don't know if I have, like, this is the whole bag of rejected coins. Some of them look cool. I'm trying to see if I can find one that came out completely white. If the ratio is wrong from the humidity, then essentially the whole coin is not clear. You can't see through the image. It gets like a white shroud to it, which is obviously not sellable and not usable. So that was one major thing that I had to learn, kind of how to overcome that. But then additionally, the coins, if it gets over like 105 degrees apparently, the hot air expands causes the coin to actually expand, which is what happened with Mike's. I had a coin perfectly made for his. It was fitted for his because my Forstner bit slipped on his coin hole when I turned that brush like 3 or 4 months ago. And then I came back out 2 days later, and the brush wouldn't stand up because the hot air basically made the coin expand. So it's I like to look at it as like these are just the growing pains, and especially since these coins, I mean, Peter from Spot Prints, he does them in his bowls every once in a while. He does them with his brushes too. So he's probably the only other maker that's doing like resin coins. But since I'm like the only brush maker that's doing them, I mean, Peter makes brushes too, but it's very unique, and I'm the only maker in a tropical climate that's doing it. So there's been a lot of like learning curves, a lot of like frustrations, but at the end of the day, I look at my coins and I just think that it's just a really cool, unique offering. So it's worth it. And I think at the end of the day, hopefully, assuming I'm still making brushes in another year, all of this will be part of the bumps and learning curve. And, so long-winded answer to yes, the heat and humidity causes dramatic adjustments with the resin. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I mean, officially, my first actual brush was probably the first week of November, like the first one that actually had a socket, but like the first like, oh shoot, that actually looks like another like a usable shaving brush was probably more like January. So, I mean, I guess it's like 6 months now. But I wouldn't have thought that I would be selling handles by now, but I got enough incredibly supportive messages from friends that were like, dude, that looks amazing. That looks really cool. And y'all have been enjoying them. So, I mean, just a heartfelt thanks for all of the support from you guys for making me believe that I'm actually making some cool things. Boy, this just got really deep. But in any case, yeah, it's only been about realistically, I like to think of it as like 6 months, because that first 2 was really like, I mean, I probably didn't get like an actual resin brush turned or consistently turned. Let's say that. I would turn one and then I would blow up 5 blanks, and then I would turn another and then I would blow up. I almost threw my old lathe in the trash several times, and I told my wife, I said, I'm never going to be able to do this because it was just shattered. Like I was sweeping up just shattered resin everywhere. And then luckily, you know, just kept at it, and it slowly kind of started getting better in time. Thanks, Mike. We got 3 mics in here. It's a 300 stone right now. I'm not sure what you mean, sir. What's up, Marcelino? Yeah, this handle is really freaking cool. Thomas, I think you made a good call. This one's, when this one gets finished, this one's really gonna pop. Yeah, I think the pour itself in the ocean one that Eric grabbed, that level of marbling is a little bit harder to achieve, but there's something about this, and I gotta figure out, I gotta pay attention now when I pour some of these, how I'm getting these, it's almost like a deep thaw, like you're looking at the color shift through ice, or you can see like straight through the color shift through ice, where you can get like a, you're just getting like a shimmer through another color. It's like kind of wild. It's almost like a phosphorescence. Not that it's glow in the dark. I'm not saying that, but just the way that it kind of shimmers through. And I'll show it off here again in just a second. What's up, Siraj? All right, let's pull it off. But it's almost like the mica's in like this, almost like a tealescent green, and then like this color shift. It's almost like the pearlescence and the color shift kind of blend together. Like right there, can you see that? how it kind of like shimmers through. Like that's a good angle right there. Very cool stuff. All right, so yeah, Thomas, I'm gonna check my DMs after this. That one's set aside, so that one's just got to be polished now. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing if one gets like officially claimed on the live. I'm just gonna finish it right there because otherwise, that's been the issue is that it kind of goes into a pile of like other ones that haven't been claimed and need to be sanded still. So that's okay. I think that's probably the best practice so that y'all aren't waiting like 2 weeks on me to siphon through like a pile of brushes that still need to be sanded. And then it also balances because I want to make sure that y'all are entertained while you're watching this. And I know that wet sanding is not the most exciting thing. What's up, Jose? All right, I just got pinged for dinner time, but let me at least crack this and see how far I can get on this Goku one. This one was poured hot, so there might be air bubbles in it, and it's not even usable, but I think it would probably just be the top part. Where did my glasses go? So let's see if I can, I'm not going to speed through the turn, but let's just see how far we can get. Yeah, Paul, it looks like it's going to be blue, but this one should have a lot more orange in it underneath. But we'll see. Is Aaron still in here? What are we at? 56 minutes. I'm gonna trim the top off, flip it around, and then y'all want to see some new blanks coming out of the pot? Kind of what I thought. I mean, that is killer. I don't know if y'all can see that. But there's definitely some air bubbles in there, so I'm going to take it down a little bit more. Again, this is the top of the blank, so when the pressure pot is pushing all that pressure down, squeezing all that air up to the top. So this is the most likely spot to get the air bubbles, which is why trim off the top before I even get into the blank. And now we're getting into the underside of it. So we'll cut a little bit more. So back to the how does the weather affect the resin? The hotter that confetti. The hotter the resin operates on an exothermic reaction. So there's a working window where the resin starts to thicken and gel up, and that's how it starts to harden. So you need to get the resin into the pot within that working window. So typically it's a 12-minute working window at 72 degrees. So at 95 degrees, that working window becomes 6 minutes to get it into the pot. Meanwhile, the resin just hardening up as you're trying to get it into the pot, and harder resin is going to be harder to push out those air bubbles versus if it's thinner and less viscous. So that's another reason why when I say it, I poured this hot and I was expecting air bubbles, a lot of that resin was really close to gel towards the top when I got to it. So, but we got pretty much all of them out. That's what we're looking like right there. This way I got no talent. I don't know what you're talking about. I can pour some resin. I'm starting to get a little bit better at turning, but we're not where I want to be yet. I want to get to the point where I'm automatic with shapes. I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly what I want to accomplish. We're not there yet. And the reason why I do this side is because the bottom of the pill bottles has that little nipple on the bottom. So that can wreak havoc with the Forstner bit going through. So I always try to take that down. And that is dull. Try not to blow this blank up and go to a sharper bit. Waiting for some of this orange to come through because I definitely poured this one with more orange. Coming through a little bit, but not as much as I would have thought. It should come out, Barry. What's up, Barry? Unless I'm mixing up the blanks, I swear I poured this with a lot more orange than blue. All right. About right there. Aaron, this is what we're going for, right? Yeah, you always need more cowbell. I mean, it's starting to come out a little bit, but I think that it marbled more than it stayed like a kind of, blotchy is not the term, but like a opaque orange. actually might be one of the better barrels that I've done in this shape. So it is more orange than the other Goku. The major difference is that it's like more marble. This actually, I think this might look really similar to Goku. Just check my neck out of curiosity. We're like right on. Alright, let's just polish it real quick. Got hot quick. Yeah, the cool thing is I think the orange is like kind of spot on for Goku. Aaron, are you officially taking this one? You don't have to answer now either. You can see it turn. I guess either way, I gotta get into dinner after I turn this one, so I'm not gonna be able to sand it right this second anyways. You can see how it looks if you want me to re-pour it too. So you can see it's definitely got more orange. Oh, here's Goku V1. Believe it or not, there's not a whole lot of blue in there. But that marbling, when that gets finished, it's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, Barry, I still thought it would have been like kind of exploding more with corn, but I think it's just the way that it marbled. I really can't put that much less glue in it. I think the only other way that I could try it is just doing a totally different pour technique. So Aaron, you mentioned you like a little bit taller handle. So I'm gonna go with that shape, but I've actually done like a slightly, we'll call it a little bit more ganglier version of it that makes it look a little bit taller. And then the gold Super Saiyan accents are going to be closer to the bottom here. What's up, Jeremy? Yeah, always a perfectionist. It can be really, really good and also really unhealthy at the same time. Aaron, how do you feel about a wider base? You want me to take it down more? It's a tad chunky. Wide is good? Okay. And I'm just gonna flare this out a little bit. I'm going to take it down just a touch. actually feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Set. Eventually I'm going to get another tool that I'll be able to put a square negative rake on, so when I kind of flatten off over here, it'll do the same effect that I do with that round negative rake. A little pointy right there. Jeremy, I have not posted updates on it yet, but a little side project that I've got going, making Megazord brushes, some prototype Megazord brushes. There's one interested party right now, and they're going to be 40mm avalanche synthetic ones. Two 40mm and two 36mm. What's up, Ben Hill? I got to, I have a meeting to message you. I got some business to discuss with you. I'll be sending out Izakai samples with every brush. So hopefully they, gosh, I can't remember what it's called. Is it the tackle base? TACL. So hopefully the people are getting to try the tackle base a little bit. Which, if y'all have not tried his stuff, Ben Pill is to soap making what I am to brush turning, and he's making some incredible soap bases, shave soap bases. You go check him out. His Izakai scent is wonderful. And Forbidden Root. Forbidden Root's just as good too. If you like a dirty, earthy, not even really that dirty, but it's like a cologne fougere kind of earthy scent. It's fantastic. Jeremy, did I send you a sample of Forbidden Root with your brushes? I think I might have been out of the samples because I pre-scooped my samples. Alright, well, Jeremy, you know that I know what you like. Make sure you go hit up Ben Hill. Blaine, have you got any forbidden root in tackle made? Yeah, Jeremy, Josue loves forbidden root. That tells you all you need to know. Perfect. There you go. Jeremy, Blaine is a great dude. He's got a YouTube channel as well if you want to check him out. I met him at the Maggers meetup too. He's doing some really good stuff with soaps. His splash curl nose are really good too. I mean, you could always just order another brush, Jeremy, and then I'll send you a sample. Kind of an expensive sample, but you get a brush too. I know Aaron's over here just chomping at the bit to see what this looks like with some alcohol on it. It still might be, I mean, it's pretty orange. Actually like a really nice blend in with the marbling. I think it's just the way that the blue marble, it marbled in like bigger strands, which makes it look like there's not as much orange. Yeah, man, don't you worry, I'm sending samples out. I think I'm about halfway through the Izikai tub. So they're definitely going out. I just sent out 2 that are going to Ireland today. Yeah, and those are heavy. Your pores are heavy, so if that doesn't tell you, I've probably scooped about 30 to 35 samples of Izikai and sent them out, and sent most of them out. I've got 10 right now left, I think. Izikai is just it's such a good scent. Yeah, Paul, that sounds... That sounds very similar to the brush that I just did for Rob, actually. Except Rob wanted gray, not black. I mean, Kiwi, I ship international. You pay international shipping, I'll ship it to you. Alright, so this one's got like a little bit of a spirit bomb bottom going on. She's thick. You ready, Aaron? Nick, what soap base was it? It's a little chunk here on the handle, but it actually works really well. And that little taper on the bottom made it really smooth. And that, like I said, that's just going to, there's actually a little, I mean, look at how deep blue that is. That blue is gorgeous. That's going to finish up real nice. See if I can find the coin. What you think, Aaron? How's it look with that coin? We could do the bore knot deal too if you want. I think I still got a couple of omnivores left. So Aaron, ironically, so I had the idea a couple months ago in making my Yeti personas to do a Dragon Ball Z release. Just a couple, because I know there's a couple DBZ fans. And then ironically, Aaron had just gotten his first 2 brushes in from me this last weekend. So I told him, well, I actually have another gentleman that actually wants a Goku pour. He wanted a Goku pour with a bore knot for the blonde hair, for the Super Saiyan hair, which I thought was a freaking amazing idea. So, I mean, not really, Brett. That's like a, I have short fingers but fat palms. I mean, that's a pretty chunky handle. Yeah, that's almost 1.75 wide. I mean, that's pretty, usually like 1.75 is like chunky. But height, I think it's probably, I'll measure it here in a second. I just don't want to get the coin stuck in there. I have like medium but fat hands, so that's why I say they're pretty understanding of most. Yeah, I mean, that's at 2.83. inches tall. So I think that's like a medium large brush. But Or is awesome. I catch up on some of these comments and I gotta head inside. Those that did not see, this is what we worked on Wednesday. This is kind of a side project going on. This is one of the Megazord brushes. That's a 40 millimeter socket. This is the prototype, so I made this one for me. Of course, I did a couple really cool color shifts in there. So that's gonna have a 40 millimeter avalanche knot in it. For reference, this is a 26 millimeter avalanche. So that's going to be super fun. I can't wait for the knots to come in for that. That's kind of a fun little project. And then I've got, this is the other Megazord blank that I've poured. So actually I have two more. This is the other one for me. It's just gonna be a Yeti pour, but I'm gonna do like I actually did a modified jar shape the other day that fits stupid good in the hand, so I think I'm gonna do that shape with this. I was gonna do it tonight. I gotta run and eat dinner, but I might as well just wait till tomorrow because my 36 millimeter Forstner bit's gonna be here tomorrow. Let me crack the pressure box real quick. Where is... This is another Megazord blank that you can't really see too well how cool it's going to be, but that's actually going to be a 40 millimeter White Walker. You can kind of see in there that little splotch, but having to like custom make my molds for these daggum like massive brushes. So we're gonna see how that one turns out. It might not turn out well with how oblong that was, but and then let me pull this blank out of the pot. And this one, I think, is going to be for Nate from BBS Live. We're going to see if he likes the colors in it. But he wanted something with a little bit of pink in it. So I actually did some pink, some purple, some bluish hues, and some blue translucent throughout. So we're going to see how that one turns out. I'm going to go throw that one in the... put that one in the lab oven. Pretty cool. So on that note, anybody got any questions? Aaron, I'm gonna try to get this one sanded by the end of the weekend. Like I mentioned, I got a couple others I got to sand ahead of it to get some orders out. So Goku, we got another Goku blank over here as well for another gent. That's another Goku V1, and we're gonna do that. So if y'all are interested, if anybody's interested in a brush that's ready to be shipped out, just let me know. I have not had a chance to. Let me go ahead and turn the air compressor on too. I have not had a chance to take inventory videos of everything that's available right now. Nick, I gotta get some more vintage inspirations poured for you as well. If anybody would like, just let me know. DM me and I'll send you some videos of what's available. Some of the cool highlights from this week so far. We did the Kool-Aid Jammer. That's a tall boy if you like a tall boy. So we did a Kool-Aid Jammer shape. That's kind of a cool bowl lathering shape. Super comfortable. That was one that we did earlier this week. We did this like kind of purple and green number. That one needs to be finished and is available. I mean, Nick, text me. Shoot me the ideas, my man. What else did we do? This is one that I kind of set aside, but this one's actually available that I forgot about. And this is a really cool pour too. That one's wild. But I've got one that Mike is getting. I gotta finish the Superman brush. Yeah, so just let me know, y'all. I gotta head in and Barry, just DM me on Instagram. I think I only have one custom. I think I only have one custom right now on the list. But I do have a bunch that have been claimed. That's what I'm kind of backed up on, is getting like claimed brushes out the way, or getting those all fulfilled. So just DM me on Instagram or Facebook, Barry. My email is also in my description as well. So, and Mike, I think I just mentioned that I got a brush to finish for you over there as well. So yeah, that's kind of it. So, all right, I gotta get in. Dinner was ready like half an hour ago, so I'm gonna get a hellstorm, I'm sure. But I wanted to make sure I got that Goku turned and see what it looked like. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm gonna blow myself off real quick. Actually, blow myself off. If y'all got any other questions, now speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, any questions? Does not look like it. All right. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Everybody, thanks for joining. I will see y'all on the next one. I will be live tomorrow. Like I said, I got a couple fresh blanks that are just coming out. I'm probably gonna turn Eric's monstrosity of a blank, which would be this monstrous White Walker. He's got a very unique shape that he would like in mind. So we're gonna go with that. And then I'm going to turn my Yeti as well. And then we'll probably get into this purple number as well tomorrow. So I will be live tomorrow at some point. Not sure when, probably tomorrow afternoon at some point. But I'll catch y'all later. Until then, we'll see you guys.